Hi N5 student. I think all of you are here to attend Public Finance N5. Today we are going to do the role of the executive authority, learning objective number 2. In the last learning outcome, we learn about the role of the executive authority by referring to the financial functions of the executive authority at levels of the government, which is the central, provincial, and the local levels. In this unity, we are still going to do the role of the executive authority, but referring to the role of the political office bearers responsible for finance and the financial control. Let us start with the political bearers responsible for finance. At central government level, the Minister of Finance is the most important political office bearer with regard to public finance. In this section, we are going to discuss the role of the Minister of Finance in South Africa. Who is Minister of Finance? The Minister of Finance is the member of the cabinet and is directly accountable to the head of state. He or she should have the knowledge of all the main government activities and also of the financial situation of the public sector. He or she needs to be well informed about all the national, international, economic circumstances and also good political and monetary economists. They work closely with the governor of Reserve Bank. The Minister of Finance at central level. Here we are going to discuss the goals and the task of the Minister of Finance at central level. Let us start with the goals of this ministry. It formulates and maintains a broad economic and financial policy for the state. Control financial institutions, regulate and control government finance, supply funds to public institutions and state departments. Task or the duties of this ministry is to regulate the economic, prepare and present annual budget to Parliament, administer public debt, also control all matters of public finance. Economic control measures. Here we are going to discuss the economic control measures under the fiscal and monetary control. What is the monetary control and the fiscal control means? Monetary control means the manipulation of the money supply, the control of interest rate, the control of exchange rate, the indirect control of inflation rate, and also credit control, which is increasing the lowering rate of interest. Fiscal control means changes in the depending of central government and its taxation policy. Control is therefore exercised through taxation and not through the banking system. The annual budget, which is the main financial control instrument. A statement of intent a work program, a source of information, an instrument of control, and also means of promoting accountability. Aims of the budget speech, which is usually presented at the end of February. The aims is to announce publicly the plan of various departments, to give a broad outline of the social needs, to give indication of financial state of government, to announce new policies and goals and explain increase in expenditure, also announce tax proposal, changes in income, consumer tariffs, etc. And we also have the stabilization account. The Minister of Finance is in charge of administration of public debt. A stabilization account is created with the central bank in which surplus money is deposited. The Minister of Finance alone has authority to transfer or withdraw money from his account. The Governor of the Reserve Bank acts as the main advisor of the government of monetary matters. Chairperson of Finance Committee. Since we are dealing with money and we are dealing with the budget, it is very important to formulate the Finance Committee. In this Finance Committee, they need to elect the chairperson. That's why we are going to deal with the chairperson of the Finance Committee at the local government. This office is the local government vision of the Minister of the Finance. The person elected should always be distinguished member of the council, often the leader of the local council itself. The chairperson with their committee members act as a link between the council and all other committees responsible for various services and tasks. Qualities or characteristic of the finance chairperson must be judicious and have a well-developed sense of logic, have a sound and through knowledge of local government finance, be well informed on all activities of local government, be a natural leader with an ability to encourage good communication with the chairperson of other committees like the chief accounting officer and also the chief financial officer. Task and the functions of the chairperson is to take leading role in the preparation of the budget, take a lead in collection, safekeeping and spending of revenue, present the draft budget to the council, deliver the budget speech, make recommendation of the tax rate, take charge of supervising and controlling execution of the budget, etc. Functional control of the executive authority at central level. Here it remains the task of the Minister of Finance to control the financial activities of his administration. The legislature has created the office of the Auditor General to act as the watchdog over the public finance or funds. It has also created office of the treasurer known as the Department of State Finance or Expenditure, to control the financial administration of all state departments on behalf of the legislature and the executive authorities. We also have the ex post facto and ex ante. The ex post facto, the financial control in the function of the Auditor General. This office will investigate records and auditing that are completed or after the fact. Ex ante. Ex ante is the control function exercised by the treasurer before any financial transaction takes place. Functions of the treasurer is to coordinate the financial policy, granting of permission beforehand, evaluate of new policies and legislation, a review of the budget, guardian of the public money, control of purchases and purchasing procedure, control of stock and stores, dispensation function. Functions of the Finance Committee at local government is to keep the financial record, payment or collection of all money due to and by the council, registration of loans and interest payments of the loan, management of all funds and investment, recording of capital assets and depreciation, and also purchasing and safekeeping of all stores and material. Control measures exercised over the local government is lawful external control, internal financial regulations, budget control, financial reporting, and also internal auditing. Thank you. This is the end of our lesson for today.